Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man has just ended with 10 episodes to wrap up its first season, and man, it received loads, I mean loads, of backlash when they first released the trailer. If you wanted to know my thoughts when I saw the trailer, I actually thought the show was going to be solid. Not great, but, you know, solid show. Decent. When the show came out, I think airing with a couple episodes, everyone changed their mind. And I do have to say, this show was heat. I definitely think though the animation could be improved heavily because I really like the art style personally, but the movement for the characters looks really stiff in some areas. It's also weird too, because the fact they had a long ass time to make the show. I originally remember it was going to connect with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and of course never happened, and it got scrapped, a bunch of name changes for the show to be called Spider-Man Freshman Year, then Spider-Man Sophomore Year. Now we're here and it's called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. What a long ass title, but it's cool. The story about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is a story about how Spider-Man gets his powers by seeing Doctor Strange was fighting Venom and a radioactive spider comes out of a portal that Doctor Strange opens. Which, I don't know what kind of luck this is, but the spider literally lands directly on Peter's neck and bites him. He also meets a good friend called Nico, which, I ain't even gonna lie, bro fumbled so hard when Harry told her that Peter is Spider-Man. Breaking their friendship for about 2 episodes until she finally forgives him. We also see some parallels from MCU Spider-Man. You know, Spider-Man was gonna kill Scorpion, but Lonnie stopped him, who's actually Tombstone. And it was a parallel to when MCU Spider-Man was going to kill Goblin in No Way Home, but Raimi Spider-Man stopped him, which was amazing. While we're in this talk, I was so shocked that they weren't in the kid-friendly zone for this show, as they literally showed Scorpion stab a regular guy who was in a gang through the middle of their body, which was brutal. And the fact they even showed how Peter was having PTSD from not being able to save anyone from Scorpion to see how he's scared to fight him was insane. Like, he genuinely... He was even stabbed by Scorpion too, and, you know, blood came out. And the show... I did not expect the show to be, like, showing blood. I thought they were going to be scared of showing it, but it's genuinely crazy. Anyway, I also like the fact how we saw Norman in Aunt May's house instead of Iron Man, also seeing a bit of Civil War references without Peter. It was also very neat. I also like the cameo Daredevil made, which I do hope we see him again too in season 2. I also gotta say, the fights in this show and the swinging is really damn good. There's parts where it's so nice and fluid, the choreography is great and the swinging is great too. At times it could look a bit slow and stiff, as I said, the movement looks stiff in some shots, but it's fine for the most part as the story tracks you off, just like Invincible, where the animation may be bad, but the story is what keeps you entertained in the show. I need to talk mostly about the finale though, because those last 2 episodes was insane, where Norman built a portal leading to seeing a version of Venom, which was actually Loop, to how Peter gets his powers when Strange time travels using the time stone and opening a portal. I really like that idea. I also like how a part of the symbiote got cut up, setting up Black Suit Spider-Man was very cool. I also like how when Peter asked Strange what would Spider-Man be like in the future, how would he be? I like that the shot is showing that the Watcher is watching him, no pun intended. Just a very neat detail to show he's aware of this Spider-Man. I found it very cool. I also gotta say, the intro is insane. Like, it's so cool. I like it a lot too as it's going on me. I also gotta say the suits are so good. Even the homemade suit is really good. And that actually, like, I'm gonna make a hot take here. The red and blue classic Spider-Man suit is honestly probably the best looking Spider-Man suit in all of animated Spider-Man TV show stuff. And I mean that. This show was honestly a massive improvement from the awful Marvel Spider-Man show, which I think is great to know. The ending also captures how Lonnie turning Tombstone, which is like, he's not immediately turning in a greyish stony colour, but it's like a power that is just slowly taking over him when he's gonna look like a pure grey stone colour in the next season, I assume. Also the fact they're setting Octavius and even Harry starting his own company. We even saw Richard Parker, which he's in prison right now, which is insane, genuine. I did not expect that. And then also Nico learning how to use magic, which I'm pretty sure in the comics she has cool power, which I assume we'll see next season. I don't really know. I hope that Norman as well is going to be cool to see how he has the symbiote and what will happen too. Like, it could be endless possibilities as the show is renewed for another 3 seasons, which is great. I also think that maybe Eddie's not in this show. What could we see? We could possibly maybe even see that Norman gets a symbiote instead. I don't know. They could do any kind of, plot twist with that. Overall, that's going to be my review on Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I really like the show, and do I think it's better than Spectacular Spider-Man? No. Not yet. Maybe if the show keeps going with this formula, I could see it becoming a better show than Spectacular and even the OG 90s Spider-Man show. So I'm going to give Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man a solid 8 out of 10. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one.